everybody. Anybody there? So sorry. Somehow a post got made that wasn't supposed to be made that said I was going to be on at 10:45. That was wrong. I don't know how that happened. So maybe somebody's there. If you're watching, that was an error. I just noticed that there was a post made that said I was going to be on at 10:45 p.m., but that was wrong. That's weird. I don't know when that was posted. That was an error. Hey, SP, I'm fired. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, Craig, I don't know how that post got made that said 10:45 because I wasn't even going to be on. I just decided tonight to be on. But thanks. Hey, Bobby Shine. Thanks for coming. And I don't have my ear pods on tonight, so I hope the volume's okay. If I need to put the earphones on, I will, if you need a louder mic. But I can't believe that happened. I didn't make that post. I just decided tonight, didn't we, Danny? We just decided to come on tonight. And I said, or early. And that's why I sent that other post that said that we were going to have the meetup, or maybe early. And I guess we're going to do it early because somehow something else got posted. What's everybody up to today? And then I saw thanks, Bobby. And then I saw that Stan Sasnak was still on his live, and I really didn't want to go live while he was still live, but he's been live for an hour. So I'm sure that it's not a big deal. It doesn't, really, because those people, the people in his live are from all over the United States. Hey, Terry Tully. Thanks for joining us from Oklahoma. And from Sedona, Barbara Connor. Thanks for coming. I was just thinking, I'm actually pulled in a Walmart. Traffic was really got bad on I-75 northbound. And then all of a sudden my exit was there. So I was going to pull off at the exit I planned on getting off at and pull into the Walmart. Well, this Walmart that I'm at in Atlanta, not Atlanta, but in Georgia, not far from Atlanta, this Walmart is like a RV campground. There's so many people here and so many truckers here. It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it when I pulled in. There's all these people and all these campers and everything. It was like really congested. It was weird. So, I see my internet, my Wi-Fi thing is, let me grab it. Make sure that it's not messing up on me. Oh, it's just telling me that my battery is fully charged. So we're good to go. And I just jinxed myself. I was going to say I had 4 bars, but I have at least 3 bars. Now I got 4 bars, depending on where I put it. It's the best internet I've had in a while. So, it's all of a sudden getting cool. It was a beautiful day driving from Florida to Georgia today. And like I said, I am in Georgia, home of the peach and the pecans. But how's the weather in Sedona and in Oklahoma? I'm not seeing anybody. Are y'all there? Okay, there we go. How's the weather there? Are you still seeing me? I hope. I didn't lose anybody because I'm not seeing any comments. I hope I didn't it says I'm still live, so okay, here we go. Great. 70s hump arp. That's good. It was 70s also here. Bobby, it's cool there. Oklahoma's gorgeous. Oh, you just got back from New Orleans. Oh, Mac, where you at? Hey, Kev C. Thanks for joining. I ended up going on early, but we'll still be here at midnight. So it's still going to be a midnight meetup. Mac, where are you at, SP? You said 36, so you must be somewhere north. Oh, okay, the UP. Yeah. RV Joey's in the UP. She sent me some pictures with a lot of snow. Yeah. You're listening to me? Is that what you said, Craig? Is there a delay? I don't know if we have a delay or not. There shouldn't be because like I said, I've got like 4 bars. And yeah, I just had 5 bars. It's the first time I've ever had 5 bars, all my bars, but I think there's a Verizon building right over here. I should have full bars, you know? Oh, you just had a storm. Well, you know what? I was in Florida near the Panhandle. Oh, wasn't a good day for the trout season. I love trout. I love rainbow trout. It's one of my favorite fishes. They're one of the few fish that I eat is trout. But I was in Florida yesterday still, and I was staying over at Yellowstone Homestead. Now they used to have they had a different name before. They were living the local life, living the RV local life, something like that. I always get it mixed up. Sorry. But anyway, I was at Carlos and Renee's new property, which was great. If you've seen my videos um, of when I was there visiting, and it was going to have storms all day yesterday and all day today and tomorrow. So I thought I don't want to get stuck in the mud. So I would just kind of hit the road early. So I said goodbyes, and I left early. And I did run into some rain and some high winds, and I pulled over into a Cracker Barrel, and I thought, I'll just sit it out here at Cracker Barrel. At least I got a little bit further north, and I wasn't in any mud or dirt or anything. I was on a, cement blacktop. I wouldn't get stuck. And then Danny and I spent the night there and got up this morning and got back on the road. And it was supposed to rain today, but once I hit Georgia, there was no rain in Florida and no rain in Georgia, which was nice. I was happy about that. And it's supposed to be really nice the rest of the week here in the Georgia area. Well, I can't bring it up now, but my phone says it went down to 64 in Florida. I don't know what it is here right now. I could put it in. Let's see. I'll put in Atlanta. I'm not far from Atlanta. Oh, it says 54. So it might be but it's going to be 70 and 75 for the next 3 days. But Tuesday maybe rain, but then 81 and then down to 68. Boy, this weather is weird. Oh, I love my Clementine. That's what I named my water purifier, Clementine. I love it. It's great. I don't have any water in it right now because I was traveling. So, and there's not anywhere. I mean, if I get water, it's going to be only water I can put in there is bottled water, or I could put the water from my faucet in there. And that water came from the RV park, the last RV park I was at, because I really am good about conserving my water. But it's great. And I put well water in there, which was from the camping area at the one of the state forests right there in Florida, not far from Renee's property. And her and her husband went and they get this big bladder full. I don't know how many gallons is in there. And we use that water and I put it through my purifier and it was perfect. And I put red food coloring in there to test it. I watched a special. This lady did a special on YouTube, and one of my viewers had recommended it to check out this website or whatever, or this YouTube channel. Well, I watched it and she did a whole thing on, this guy did a whole thing on all the different purifiers. And he named two other ones as being the top ones, but I don't have a Berkey. I have a Clementine. The filter is a Berkey filter that's what the box said. But even Badge said, he goes, "You did a great job." It's supposed to rain in New Orleans tomorrow. Are you in New Orleans, Craig? SP, you have a Berkey? Well, did you see my video where I made my own? I made my own water purifier. And I did a whole video on it. You're going to have to see it. Go look at it when we're not on the live, but later on. Okay, so the fridge freezer, I have it unplugged right now because I'm traveling. I'm still trying to get my battery and my solar thing, but it works better off of my battery than it does plugged into an AC. I don't know what that's about, but oh, I'm sorry, Kev, it's so cold. I'm thinking I'm going to have to stop somewhere. Maybe I'll just stay in Georgia for a while or go back to Florida if it's that cold up there. I was hoping that it would warm up so when I got back to Illinois, So that says that there's 18 people watching, but 18 people haven't shown their face. Are you in the Lurkers Library or are you in the Lurker Lounge? So, who else is here watching? Say hello. Hello, Lurkers. What's your local TV station, Craig? Hi, Ernest from Arkansas. I love Arkansas. Do you know I dug for diamonds in Arkansas? My first year on the road, me and Cheryl that I met her at the first RTR that I went to, Scooney Bird. She's not full time, but she did go full time for about a year. She took a leave of absence from her position and went and did all the lower 48. Hi, Sabrina. Thanks for joining. But we went to Arkansas. Hey, Lady Redskins. Linda, how are you? Vero Beach. I miss Vero. Yeah, it's supposed to storm in Florida tomorrow. I had so much fun at the Moose in Vero. Hello from Ohio, 36, Roylene. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. So we went digging for diamonds in Arkansas. It was fun. We didn't find any, but I ruined a pair of shoes in the mud. But it was a fun thing to do, and I learned a lot about the different stones that they had in the ground. It was pretty neat. So New Orleans TV stations are your locals. Oh, thanks, Kev. Wow, there's some people who "Hey, Eddie T, thanks for joining us." There have been people who have found, stones that have been worth a lot of money, and they got a lot of money from it. And there's one man that they talk about, um, they have his picture there and everything, I forgot what his name is, but he would come there every single day and look for diamonds. Yeah. Well, you know, whenever it seems like no matter what you do, there's always a song, you know? Adventures in Xanadu. You're lurking? Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for saying hello and letting us know that you're there. Hi, Tracy. I am in Georgia, right outside of Atlanta. Thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate it. It's early by y'all in California and anybody on the other coast, on the West Coast. You know what, Ernest? That's what they said, that the best time to go was when it rains. And you know what? I was there right after it rained. And you would have thought that maybe one of us, maybe I didn't hear anybody find anything, and we were there early too. So I don't know. Um, maybe it just wasn't, we weren't doing something right, or we weren't looking in the right place. It wasn't our day to find anything. I'm probably gonna go there again, I think. Who put 5 kids through college finding diamonds? Did I miss something, Kev? Oh, you talking about the man that I saw that they talk about when you go there. The guy that used to go every day, he put 5 kids, I didn't know that. I didn't remember reading that he put 5 of his kids through college. That's pretty cool. Some of those stones that have been found were worth a lot of money. Yeah, there's an entrance fee. It's $10. Well, it was $10 when I went there. That was, we're talking about uh, 2018, because it was after the RTR. Oh, so dirt will stick to crystals, but they won't stick to diamonds. That's interesting to know. Yes, I did, Bobby. I did see Eric, Nomadic Fanatic. He was, I'm friends with him on Facebook, so I saw that. Hey, Lorelei, Texas, waving to you from Georgia. Yes, Eric did get in an accident with his Class A. Well, he didn't get in an accident. Somebody hit him. I mean, he was just in traffic and somebody tried to get in front of him and hit his rig, moving from one lane to the next. And it was on a video that somebody else took and published. So that was, at least, he had it on video. 2 or 3 diamonds a week found. Well, only, I think that's probably a lot, don't you think? 2 or 3 videos would be a lot. I mean, 2 videos, 2 or 3 diamonds. Hey, Debbie T. Well, hello from Thousand Trails, Orlando. Is that where you're staying? You're in the Orlando Thousand Trails? I hope you're liking it and having a good time. That's one of the busiest ones, they say. And are limited when you stay there because, well, if you have a lifetime, because it's one, and so is the one that I was just at, is supposedly one of the busiest thousand trails. It's got restrictions for during season. Yeah, Eric but now Eric, I don't know if he's done a video on it yet. I don't wanna spoil it. He's making some changes, that's all I can say. So you just gotta go watch his channel, as you usually do. Yeah, he's got some new things happening regarding his, his, RV. It's hard to get anything fixed now. I mean, everybody's out of parts, um, and you can't get anything. I mean, you can't get tires, you can't get a lot of stuff now. It's ridiculous. Oh, that's right, you did tell me you got Sunshine Key for 2 weeks. I couldn't get into Sunshine Key this year, but I did get into, Fiesta Key, and I did a video on that. Yes, he is in Colorado, and he's got some new changes. Tracy, I like my Thousand Trails membership. And you know what? It's really kind of, I'm going to say it's realistically, it's a no brainer. I first learned about Thousand Trails from Eric, Nomadic Fanatic, but then he had some issues with his. Everything's not perfect um, with that membership, but it's better than uh, not having any place to. I mean, the price, you can't beat the price. I mean, the price is really good. So for the price you get to camp and as much as you get to camp at no extra cost, unless you're in the Keys or one or two other, places they do make you pay 20 bucks a day. But there's only a few parks like that. And those parks are in the Trails collection, which is an additional fee. But just for the Thousand Trail parks alone, you know, it's a good deal, but they don't pertain to any of the states in the middle of the United States. But there are a few states in the Midwest, like there's one park in Illinois, and I think there's one park in Michigan. But the rest of the parks in what there's no Thousand Trails parks in Wisconsin, but there are Trails collection parks in Wisconsin, and I use those. Thanks, Debbie. Hi, Whispers from the Dark. Thanks for joining us again. Good to see you here. Whispers is in Texas. But yeah, Thousand Trails is I like it, you know. Oh yeah, yeah, Jax. Yeah, we miss Jax. But and I know the new. I have not met Opie because he got Opie after the last time I saw him. I think. Yeah, I didn't get to meet Opie, but I know I met Tara at at the Schoolie Ozarks, the the Ozark, the one in the Ozarks that we went to, and Eric was there too. But I'm sure that at the next Lollapalooza this year, the 2022 Lollapalooza, I'll be able to see the new kitty. Well, I'm glad you're here, Whispers. It's good to see you. But Thousand Trails, they have raised their price since I joined, but only by like $15. But they raised it $15 for the regular Thousand Trails and $15 for the Trails collection. So like 30 bucks. I couldn't camp for 2 weeks for the amount that I paid for the membership for Thousand Trails. You I mean, the park that was in the Keys that I stayed at this time, Fiesta Key, they charged $220 a day. Yeah, Lorelei. It's Yeah, I've met a lot of friends too. I've met a lot of families, and I've seen them at other parks as well, while you're traveling. You g Xanadu, you wouldn't be able to be out there if it wasn't Thousand Trails. Well, I've been out there. I've been out here without Thousand Trails. I was out here for 2 years with 2 almost 3 years without Thousand Trails. Now in June will be the 3rd time I've renewed Thousand Trails. But I only stay at Thousand Trails when I'm in, Florida and, um yeah, Opie is adorable. Florida, I stay and then when I'm in the Midwest, I stay at either Thousand Trails or Trails Collection. Texas, because there's 6 different parks in Texas, but there's a lot of free camping in Texas. Like, right around Lake Whitney, there's free camping there. There's an awesome park over there that's free. And, when I'm in Arizona, though, I I use my Trails collection. Hey, badge, everybody needs one. Hi, thanks for joining us. I know it's late. Badge is the person who did the video I watched about how to make my clementine. My fake Berkey. Clementine is her name. That's how I learned how to make clementine because Badge made a one in a bigger pot with 2 filters. I can't fit 2 filters in mine because it's narrow and tall. It's an asparagus pot. I mean, I might be able to put a second filter in there, but it's not even necessary, you know. I bet it's really cold by you, Badge. So I was saying when I pulled off the highway because there was a crash, it just so happened to be the same exit I needed to get off at anyway, because I'm going to go to a Boondockers Welcome tomorrow and stay with one of the Boondockers Welcome. I belong to Boondockers Welcome, and I'm grandfathered in. And just so you know, they're raising their price to $80 a year. I think it's $80, something like that. So if you want to join Boondockers Welcome, you need to join now. Especially if you need to be out, if you have Thousand Trails and you need to be out for 7 days, you can always go to a Boondockers Welcome. It's only $50 a year. And the thing about Boondockers Welcome is you could stay more than one night at many of the host locations, as opposed to being a harvest host that when you can only stay one night at those businesses. So it's something to think about. Oh, and if you decide to join, go to any of my videos and scroll down in the description. And there's a link there. And yeah, I do get a kickback if you join. I think it's $5 or $10 or maybe 15. Right now there's 15% off on it. With my link, you get 15% off of the $50 yearly cost. And then you'll be grandfathered in for $50 a year. Yeah, right now I'm grandfathered in. I only pay 30. So, hey, Captain Jack, good to see you. Ahoy, buddy. I haven't seen you in a long time. Yes, a lot of Boondocker Welcome will offer you hookups. And then when they do that, you should always make sure that you offer them to pay or something. But even when you're just there, I always tell people, you should never leave without giving your host or hostess a thank you note. So I carry thank you notes so I can give them a thank you note. So, Captain Jack, I haven't seen you in a long time. It's good to see you. Know that you're well. The Army Corps of Engineers are really a good price too. And what's nice about that, if you have a senior pass, the or the National Park Pass, America the Beautiful, you can use your well, seniors and veterans and handicapped can use that pass at the Army Corps of Engineers. We're talking about camping places again. Hi, Bruce. Good to see you. Bruce West, everybody. Now, I don't know anybody here that was at Lollapalooza. Remember Bruce? He made all those barbecued ribs for everybody. Oh, wow. Those were so awesome. Very nice. I haven't seen you, Bruce. I hope you're well. You haven't been commenting lately. I didn't know if everything's okay or you've been out on the boat. Yeah, I have a badge too, but it's in my wallet. It's a retired badge, but still have it. Good. I'm glad, Captain, you're getting better every day. So you were talking about Clementine? Yes, he made gumbo too. Did you have the gumbo, Lorelei? I need to go scroll back up. Let's see what he's. I don't know if I can go back to, if it's going to let me go back. I miss somebody's. Oh, here it was. Who you all watched the video, Lorelei? My Clementine video, me talking. So did you get the part? Did everybody get the part where I said I wasn't making a telephone? Do you remember when we used to make telephones out of cans and you'd put a string and a bobby pin to hold the string and then string it across to another can and you talk like you were on a telephone? Yeah, it was amazing gumbo. I hope I didn't get behind on my. Yeah, there are a lot of Thousand Trails in Texas, the regular Thousand Trails parks. And I spent over a month there. And if you do it right, you don't have to be out of a park, but you cannot, what you do is you can't stay more than 4 days. So if you stay um, like 4 days in one, 4 days in another, 4 days, 4 days, 4 days, 4 days, you can keep going around to all around Dallas, all around southern Texas, right around Houston, all the way back up and around. And you can keep going as long as you just do 4 days at a time. You never have to be out of a park. But even if there came a time when you needed to be out of a park, that's when you go to Lake Whitney. And there's a great free place that the Dan Van told me about. And I went there and I stayed there overnight. I ended up staying at uh, the fish, the boat ramp because I came in late at night. But and I couldn't really see to get in my camping space. But they have a beautiful campground there that's free. Um, right there, right near on Lake Whitney, near the Thousand Trails Lake Whitney. And then the one time the one park I was at, uh, who was with our frugal RV gal was there too, and me and then Lindy. I went to the cowboy church. We went to a rodeo. Well, rodeo practice, not the regular rodeo, but rodeo practice. So, Adventures, you've been running the 1,000 trails in Texas for 5 months? What do you mean you've been running the 1,000 trails in Texas for 5 months now? They work. I don't get it. I don't have a lifetime, I just have a yearly one. But if you have the lifetime, you could stay longer. You could stay like 21 days, for some of them. Oh, it's in staying in them. Okay. Do you do the adventures, Xanadu? Do you do 4 days at a time, or do you do 2 weeks and then you stay out for 7 days? Or do you have a lifetime and you can go park to park? I just can't see buying a lifetime for like 10, 12, 13 grand, 14 grand, the new one $15,000, and still paying $1,000 a year membership dues and for the trails collection. Actually, it would be more than that. It would be like 1,200 or $1,300 a year to have the trails collection plus and the um, pay your dues. So you bought a used lifetime. I was looking at the used lifetime memberships, and um, most of them now for the 21 days with the 81 parks, most of them that I see are like $4,200. Yes, Bobby, that was when the, brother and sister run the horses, and they were practicing for the rodeo. Yeah, they were practicing roping and all that good stuff. But then I went to a full-blown rodeo, one of the biggest rodeos in the Southeast. I mean, but they had, or even in the United States, they say, the one in Arcadia, Florida, they had people there from Montana, from Colorado, from um, the Dakotas. They had people from um, nobody from Arizona, Oklahoma, Texas. They had cowboys from all over the place. Oh, okay, Xanadu, you bought yours before everything went crazy. Well, badge the membership the biggest thing about actually buying the lifetime is that a lifetime membership, you get to book like 120 days in advance, and you get to stay for 21 days, and you get 81 parks in your membership. So you get all the zones. Um, and you get a couple other different perks, but the good thing about it is you get the bigger booking window. Just for the Trails Collection Park. I mean, just for the 1,000 Trails parks. That does not include the Trails Collection parks, which are the parks in the Keys and some of the parks in Yuma. You know, that's Trails Collection. That's a separate fee every year that you pay when you pay your membership fees. Yeah, the America the Beautiful and the National Park Pass and the Army Corps Engineer Pass is really good. I've used that a lot, especially in the states, um, in the center of the US that they don't have the trails collections, you know? But I couldn't, you know, I'll tell you what, when you really need to have electric power and water, you need to have a dump right at your dump site, or you'd like to have a dump at your dump site, not worry. Want to have a pool like in Yuma. It was nice being able to go to a park in Yuma and then leave Danny in the camper while I went to Mexico for tacos, for shrimp tacos and margaritas, you know. I mean, that was nice because then I could just put the air conditioning on. Most of them are nice. They do have full hookups. Okay, you're better, anything over, I would say anything over 32 feet is may not fit in a lot of the national parks. That's the bad thing about that with national parks. But with Thousand Trails, you'll fit in, in the RV parks. No, lifetime membership is a lifetime membership, Captain Jack. Ah, you're funny. Oh, yeah, near Ocala. Well, that's just like, Arcadia. Arcadia had that big rodeo, and I went to it, and it was awesome. It was really a good rodeo. I enjoyed it. Yeah, so the one thing I did like about having the Thousand Trails is that I could stay with I just do the yearly one, and for 1 year, it cost me, like, $930 if they don't raise the price. If I wanna add another, that's just for 1 zone. If I wanna add a zone, it's only $65. So, for under $1,000, I add the southeastern zone, which is Florida and, Texas and South Carolina, North Carolina, um, I think Kentucky and Tennessee might be in there, or one of them is in there. The other one's in the Midwest. And then when I go to Arizona, I just pay another $65 and I add that whole zone and I get Las Vegas, I get Nevada, which has only one park, and I get Arizona, which is the parks, a lot of parks in Yuma, um, and some of the parks in California. I get lots of them in California. I mean, what it $65 to add a whole zone, which is like 4 or 5 states. That's what it costs you for one night in a regular RV park, you know? Well, it depends, Badge, on where you're gonna go. If if you're gonna go to Arizona and you wanna go to Yuma, you have to buy the Thousand Trails membership for the year, and then and also buy the Trails collection to go to the RV park. And you get to go for 2 weeks at Trails collection, and then after the 2 weeks, you gotta wait 7 days, which you could boondock in BLM for 7 days, and then go back into a park again. So you get 4 weeks in a park, but in between that, you gotta have 1 week out. So if that park were to charge $50 a day times 14 days, you know, that's over $600 right there, or around $600 right there just for 2 weeks. So if you have 2 if you stay twice for 14 days in a park, it's already paid for your membership, and you still got a whole year to go. You got plenty of parks you could camp at and stay at. Hey, Atlanta the Brave, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, the LTVA, but, LTVA is nice, but if you wanna for me, I can't run my air conditioner on my generator. I like having a dump right I have to move every time I wanna dump my tanks. With my membership, I don't have to if I go to an RV park, I don't have to move to dump my tanks. I got sewer right there and water right there, but I love boondocking in the desert. Yeah, it's paid for sure. if I spend a lot of time in Arizona, I usually leave before those passes go into effect, to buy one. I'm usually gone from Arizona by then, but, um, I would get the $75 one that you get at the, one at, on the way to Yuma. Can't think of the name of it right now, but I would get that one. It's 75 bucks and you get to, you know, for the season, you stay at that one, but then later on, you could stay at any BLM property and then just use the LTVA to dump and use it for garbage and get water. Yep, if it shuts down because of COVID, you still gotta pay your dues, you're right. But they also let you stay in the park. They don't shut down. If you're in a park and they do something like that, you get to stay there. That's what they did for people, they let people stay. Oh, so you went to the state park? I know you don't need, and normally, you know what, I could survive without hookups, but I still gotta go get water when I run out, and I still gotta go dump, you know? But by that time, I'm usually ready to move to a new place anyway. But this has been the problem, Badge, just so you know, because you didn't get to come down. Um, in Quartzsite, there's nowhere to dump. They don't the state park would not let me dump unless I was staying there. So you could pay to dump, but you're gonna pay as if you're staying there for a night. So it's gonna cost you like 40 bucks to dump your tanks. Or you can drive to Havasu. Havasu State Park will let you dump. But if you go over the hill over there in Parker, we went over to that La Paz park. They won't let you dump there anymore at that park unless you're staying there. So the key is you gotta stay in that boondocking only, no hookup primitive camp for the night and dump your tanks, fill up with water, which is you still fill up for like, 5 gallons for a dollar or whatever. We used to go there to shower and dump. They don't let you just go there and shower and dump anymore in Parker at that La Paz County Park. And they won't let you dump at the state park unless you're staying there. So in order to dump, you have to go all the way to Havasu. That's crazy, you know. And you can't dump your tanks in the desert. You're not supposed to. Yeah, RV pit stop does let you. Yeah, and actually Deborah Coleman and I, we stayed at RV pit stop for a couple of days. They were really nice to us. I used their laundry room, their showers, they had full hookup. I liked it there. I mean, it's right on the highway, but still, it was still a good place to stay for a couple of days. And Deborah stayed there with hookup so she could make her medicine. Oh, is there an RV pit stop in Blythe? I didn't know that. I don't usually go to Blythe. But the LTVA has where you can dump in Quartzsite. But if you're in Parker, you got to drive all the way to Quartzsite. The problem is if you're in Parker trying to find a place to dump in Parker, that's a problem. You know, Quartzsite, yeah, you can go to RV pit stop, or you can go to Rose's on not far from where we went for the RTR. Even though they sold that, I guess there's a new owner there now. Pretty gals get all the breaks. Oh, you're going to the antique show? Well, thank you so much, Lorelei, for stopping by. Always good to hear from you. I appreciate it. Yeah, if you're in Quartzsite, you can dump at any of the LTVAs. Yeah. So who else is here? Oh, goodness, it says 31 people are here. Hello, everybody. Um, it says I can invite people. But I don't know how to do that. I guess I could put, if anybody out there want to join me on my live here. I don't know if it's going to let me post it. It's not going to let me send it. Oh. Well, for me, what time is it for me? I have to look at it. Well, this is a midnight meetup. It's 12:09 right now. So we made it to our midnight time, even though we came on early, you know? It's see if it's gonna let me send this. I don't know. I'm still here. Oh, wait, it's not working. Oh, I don't want to lose you guys. I didn't lose you, did I? I'm gonna try to send something to I'm gonna send it to myself and then I'm gonna send it out. Okay, I'm still there. What did Kevin say about? Oh, dig a 4-foot trench. Well, you know what? Other people who don't have bathrooms and live in their vans, they bury their poop all the time, you know? So I don't know why um you couldn't bury your stuff, you know? I don't know. Let's see if I could copy this and send this to this link out. I've never added anybody before on a stream like this. This would be my first time doing it. And I'm not I did invite. Well, Terry and Scott just dumped at Havasu, and but they were able to dump at the state park. They've said they were able to dump at the state park. The state park will let you dump, but there's only certain times you can go there and dump if you're not staying there. But it's in Parker, they were talking about those parks over there that you cannot dump at. If you go back and read the thing, it's the same as it was last year in the fall when I was there. The state park at Havasu, I called them, they will let you dump, and it's $15. I think I paid $15. And then, but the state parks, and there's a couple of state parks in Parker that is right near in the county La Paz Park. Those parks will not let you dump unless you pay for what you would pay to spend the night. Well, I don't know. I think Terry said I don't think it was $45. I don't know. I thought Terry just said that they let you. No, who's going to pay $45 to pump I could go to Love's or a Pilot and dump for $15. Or you could go to Quartzsite. I would drive to Quartzsite rather than drive to Havasu. If I was in Parker, I'd go back to Quartzsite and dump, rather than spend $45. Hey, RV Quilt Quest. So, Badge, I sent you a text. Did you get it? I think Kevin was talking about the state park, but I might be wrong. Okay, let me see how to do this. I'm going to try to bring Badge on with us. Here he is. Hey.
Well, how's it going?
It's going great.
Just a minute. I got to get some music here.
You're one of the, I mean, I didn't know if anybody else knew how to do this, so I thought, well, I might as well have Badge join me if he's here.
Work.
You know how to do this. You've done it before.
No, what we're doing is we're trying to think about going down, but we're not sure if we're just going to shoot to Arizona or we're going to go to, like we've been talking to Xanadu about going to Texas for 1 year, but I just don't like, I don't know. We just don't like buying a pass because we bought a pass the first couple of years and never used it. So.
Oh, well, you know what? I have my Texas State Park pass. And I used it when I bought it, I bought it just before Lollapalooza. It's just actually, I didn't buy it until I got to the park. I booked my reservations for Lollapalooza, but when I got there, they gave me all that money back because I purchased the state park pass.
Yeah. But then, they're changing it. I don't know. It just seems like every time you turn around, they're changing it because now it's like you said, you go into Havasu, you can't dump. Parker, you can't dump unless you got a campsite. Because I usually use the one by the bridge there, that campground, but they won't let you do that now, I guess. I used to go in there.
Yeah, I used to go to the one, the county one, where you went up was like on the way to Parker or whatever. You go on that hill and then you go down in the back by that green golf course or whatever. We used to go there, Deborah and I, we would dump and take showers.
Yeah. And that was La Paz County.
Yeah, La Paz. Now, when I went there,
you can't do that now. They cut that out. Well, when we were down last time, they cut that out. So that's been 2 years now. Yep. But a lot of them are doing that because the problem is that I don't know. I don't think the big deal. Well, that's the thing. If like we did the math on it, like if you go in and say, okay, give me a campground for a day, dump your tanks and go, it doesn't matter. It's going to cost you the same amount of money anyway.
Right.
So, if you go to the pit stop, by the time you get water and dump the sewer and the propane or something, you're going to be over $30 anyway. So if you just go there and dump and get water at the campground, you're going to be the day pass anyway, $20. But now we find the best thing to do is get the LTVA pass because then you can dump all over the place.
Only at the LTVAs though.
Yeah, but you can go to Midland. You can go to
what's the one on the way to Yuma? That's only a $75 fee.
What?
The one on the way to Yuma near the proving grounds over there. Was it something dam? Imperial Dam.
Yeah.
That's an LTVA.
Yeah.
And when you go there, there's a spot over there that's like on the water, but you pay
Oh yeah,
70.
that's an extra cost though.
No, you just pay $75 for the year for that. And with that 75 bucks, you can't, you can go and dump at any LTVA.
Yeah. I don't know. We've been down there. We never even went to Yuma yet. So we've been
Oh,
to, like, I've been to the campgrounds, but I haven't been to, like, to stay there. Like, we never stayed there.
oh,
So
you haven't been to Mexico?
no. But
Oh,
this girl keeps teasing me about getting some fish tacos. So I don't know. We might. So
what girl? Xanadu?
no, not
Who keeps,
Xanadu.
oh, you talking about
Carolyn.
me
Yeah,
talking
you
about
keep bugging me every time you go. The last time you went there, you went 3 times.
shrimp tacos are the best. Dan and them are going again this week. They just did a live. They said they're going back to Mexico.
I know. Everybody says they're so good, and I've never done them, but I guess.
Oh gosh, and you gotta go to Lupita's, and that's where I took Dan because originally he used to go to this other restaurant, but then I took him to Lupita's, and now
Yeah.
that he's at Lupita's, they're the best.
Oh,
They're the best.
but
I'm trying
yeah.
to,
So
yep. I'll never forget the first time I had them. Oh, they were so good.
I never had them, but everybody says they're good. Like even the what's their names, the Ramblers and all them go down, and Deb and Jim, and they just swear by them. So I don't
Oh,
know.
did they go? I wonder if they went to the same. Did they go the same place I went?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh
because
yeah.
everybody goes to the same spot, right?
Oh well, yeah. But there was another restaurant that they were going to before, and I don't think they're as good as the Lupitas. Lupitas
I
is
don't
better,
know.
and they've only a small area you could eat at when you get them there. It's just like an itty
That's the
bitty.
guy that stands out there and cooks them right in front of you.
Yeah, that's why I like them.
Yeah,
They're nice. They're not
yeah,
soggy or anything. They're really good. They're the best tacos guys ever.
yeah,
The best.
yeah.
I went ahead and had them even though I was on keto.
Yeah, you don't have to tell nobody. That's secrets.
Well, I told everybody because I videoed it, but I said, it was only, I forget how many carbs per tortilla. I
Yeah.
just wouldn't eat anything else for the rest of the day.
How long you going back home for?
Well, I'm gonna hang around the Midwest for a while,
What's a while?
most of the summer.
Okay. We'll probably be cruising through there.
Oh, good. Well,
Yeah.
they're having that um, schoolie up in the Upper Peninsula, August 1st through 8th.
I don't know if we'll be down there for that one. I think we might be in New York for that. No, August we got to be back in Alberta. That's right.
Oh,
We
okay.
got doctor's appointments.
Yeah.
We're going to leave May. We're trying to get out of here in May, June, and then July, and go over to New York State and back again, and then do our doctor's things, and then we might just go straight down to Arizona. So, yeah.
You're gonna go to Arizona in the summer?
No, winter. That'll
Oh,
be October, right?
oh, October. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll be hanging out in Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, um, Iowa, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe a little Iowa. Yeah,
Yeah.
Craig. Some people use bags.
I'm
You
trying
talking about
to
for poop?
I'm trying
Are
to
you
get down to Aaron Jameson. He's down in Iowa. That's where we might try that one.
Oh, yeah.
We might
Iowa.
try lots of crazy stuff because we haven't been down for a while, and everybody's crying the blues that we're not down there. So
Yeah.
we're gonna try to hit a whole bunch of spots on the way. So
Michigan's a beautiful place.
I lived in Ontario. That's where we come from.
And Wisconsin's nice too. The only thing was about Wisconsin for me is that I go 1,000 Trails. They only have trails collection parks there. So it's for me, it's 14 days in and 7 days out. So I have to find somewhere
Yeah.
else to park for 7 days.
I don't know. We're thinking of passes, but we just I don't know. God, I just got a bad taste in my mouth because we bought that one the first time and never used it.
Which one did you buy?
Oh, I can't remember. America the Beautiful one or something. But see, we
Well,
never
America the
we was
Beautiful
hooked
gas
up.
is like $80 a year, right?
Yeah, it was $135 or something we paid for it.
Why would you pay 135?
Oh, I don't know. And maybe it wasn't that one. I can't remember what it was. This is like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay,
And
because
the
it's
thing
only
is that we never used it. That was the thing. So I don't know. That's why we've been talking this Bear and Dawn and just see if it's, just
if
see if
you
it's worth it.
the one thing to get if you're going to get it something would be Boondockers Welcome.
Yeah.
You stay at people's houses or on their
Yeah.
property, and if you get it now, it's only $50 and you'll be grandfathered in. But if you wait, I think starting May, it's going up to $80. And there's a 15% off link under my description on my videos. The link should give you $15 off.
Yeah. I don't know. We're just banging it around. See, the
And
problem
actually,
is we're set up the boondock, right? So
yeah,
for us to go to a campground, it's sort of not. It's just all we can do is run water and get a little bit of power, but we don't need it because it's all set up on solar, right? So, or
yeah.
solar or battery power, right? An inverter. Like we run the whole trailer off of the inverter, right? So I don't know. I just got it set up in such a way that it's not even beneficial to go to a campground. Like we haven't been in a campground for maybe 20 times in the last 5 years because I don't know, we don't do them.
Well, you know what? And I don't know. See, in the state of Illinois, there's if I'm pretty sure that I'm right that if you camp here and you go to the state parks, there's no admission fee. You get you get to go, like you go to Starve Rock and that you don't have to pay to get in the park, but you have to pay to camp. You pay for
Yeah.
camping site. But like Texas, they pay you every day. You got to pay. I said every day I got to pay to get in your park, but I haven't left.
Yeah.
If I came in on Monday and I don't leave until Friday, I haven't gone in and out on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But
Yeah.
every day you got to pay that entry fee in addition to your campsite.
Yeah.
Unless you have the park pass. So it's worth it to have the park pass because then you don't have to pay the entry fee. You just pay for
Yeah.
your campground.
We don't do the nomad thing like most people because what we do is we usually say we're going from here to Houston or here to Lollapalooza or something. We'll just stop at oddball places on freecampsites.net and find a spot or truck stops or something like that. And then we get to the other end, we'll find a place to stay, right? Just like we go to Arizona and we'll get an LTVA pass and we're good for the season, right?
Oh yeah, I do
So,
that too. When I'm going to Lollapalooza, I usually do that unless I'm taking my time and going to spend a week or two in Texas or something.
yeah.
But
See,
Texas,
that's the
there's
thing.
a lot of free places in Texas, Badge.
See, the good part about traveling without a YouTube channel is you don't have to do anything, right? Where if you got a YouTube channel, you got to put content and all that crap up. That's why we backed out of it because we just we're we're just we're in it for the fun of it, right? And we're not.
Right.
And the YouTube thing was just a pain in the ass because we're not getting paid for it anyway, and um, it was just that extra work. You had to find a campground or find something to put up for content, right? We just, like I started up, when did I start it up? 3 years ago now. And I said I'd go to 5,000 subscribers and 500 videos, and we're there now. So, I still fix everything on the road. I usually every day somebody's calling me, but I don't
I
know.
don't call you every day.
No, I know you don't. But
Only
there is
every other day.
not every other day, but it's, you know what I mean. I help lots of people on the road. So, um, I still doing what I want to do, and I
Yeah.
redid the truck
Well, you
now.
know
You
what?
haven't seen it?
Even if you have a YouTube channel, even though I have a YouTube channel, I don't make a video every day. I'm not,
No,
if there's no, you know what? Sometimes I'll think, I'm not going to make a video this week. I mean, I don't have anything. So,
you know, and I went on about this for a long time, and finally the other day, Chrome finally bellowed up, and he says, when you have to make videos on stuff you're fixing, it makes it a lot longer. And that was a problem. Was one of the problems. Like for me to say change an alternator, it'd take me like 20 minutes. By the time I did the video, it was well over 2 hours to do a
oh, I
20-minute job.
know.
And
That's
that's
just like,
the problem, you know. And that's a funny thing that a lot of the um, I don't say non-YouTubers, but people that watch the YouTube, they don't really know exactly what goes into it. And people try to explain it, but they don't get it right. And the thing is like even like me and Elle are very blessed because we could take a video and poof it up in about an hour, right? Without
right.
really working on it. Because that's what we did. It was nothing fancy, no 4K crap, no fancy music. It's what you get. A fiction video. That's what you got.
Yeah.
And we're not getting paid for it. So why would we go and pay a membership for $200 a year for music when it's not going to make the thing?
Well, there's plenty of YouTube music you could use. That's free.
Yeah. But the thing is, too, is the other thing, like, if I put fancy music on, is it going to get your alternator fixed any faster? No. So that's why we don't do that stuff. But
Yeah. Well, I enjoy your videos. I mean, you're right though. People don't realize like when I did the video on making the Berkey, it was really long. I had to cut a
oh,
lot of stuff out. I had to go back and forth. Who wants to really hear me drill a hole for 5 minutes? It might
I
take to get that.
know, and
So
it's
I didn't stay there the whole time I was drilling. I had stopped it. I turned I edited it out because nobody really wants to see that. Or when I had the problem where the spout was more than a 1/2 inch drill bit.
I
So
know,
it
and
just
the thing is, like, you go in and say, for instance, and you probably know this too, is that you'll put a video together and you'll say, "That's the stupidest thing going. I ain't gonna put that up. That's crazy." And then the thing goes viral. Like
yeah.
the Ditch Witch one was a prime example. I wasn't even gonna put it up. Al says, "No, no, put it up. I think they'll want to watch it." And it went to, well, it's over 100 grand now. So yeah, you just don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, well, that's like the one with me talking about Sue Ellen.
Yeah, it's just
I won't say the full name, but, I did I was just I was hurt and I was like, "I can't believe this is happening to me." And then next thing I know it, boy, that thing went, because usually whenever I've talked about Bob Wells or whatever, it doesn't really go very far. But boy, that one went really far. I couldn't believe it,
yeah,
you know.
you know. But it's I don't know. YouTube's a funny thing. Like YouTube, if you're not monetized, they seem to throw you on the back burner. Which
Even if you're monetized, because right now, I'll tell you what, right now, it just seems like, I've looked at other people's views as well as mine, and I'm thinking like right now, a lot of the views have gone down.
oh yeah, like I put a video up, one on the generator. It took it. I usually bang out. I was getting like we were pretty good. We were doing pretty good. Like I can't complain about the channel because the channel was doing really good. It's just me. I was didn't want to spend the time to do it. Is the one on the generator? I was trying to get 2 T-shirts. Never did get T-shirts, but that one it only got like 350 views, and I usually bang out about anywhere from 7 to 900 in 24 hours, right? So
Yeah.
everything was dropping off. But see, when I first started up, I wanted to I wanted to have as many views as I did subscribers. And so that's why I think I'm going to put a video up here in a couple of weeks and explain all that stuff. Like, the problem is that
I wish I got as many views as I did subscribers. You know, the only time I would get that is if I was on my way to the RTR, on my way to the van build, or or at Lollapalooza. At those 3 events, when you're at the events, that's when you get or if something traumatic happens. Well, I don't want to be always singing the blues.
Yeah.
But,
and the funny part about it is that one thing is that all you have to do is click on the video and then click off it. Like, all you have to do is, and it does its purpose. People look at it, right? See, I'm under another whole thing altogether. Like I said from day one, if you're not going to watch the videos, don't subscribe. Simple. Don't do it, because it's not worth it. Because all you're doing is saying that you're going to watch them and you're not. And that's not really fair, I don't think. So that sort of choked me up. And then the other thing is that if the way that it's really been bad in the last couple of years is that the way YouTube works is if you're not monetized, they put you on the back burner because, well, now they got it set they can put ads on your non-monetized channel now.
right.
But is that they won't push you unless you have drama or something. Like if you don't say, like for Nomads, Bob Wells, COVID, or Ukraine in the, you won't go anywhere. Like,
well, now you have to say, you have to say now is slap me.
yeah.
Or Will Smith.
Yeah.
Or,
like unless there's drama in it, they don't. And it's kind of sad, because like I know probably 500 or 600 YouTubers, and some of the quality these people put out, like Karen and yourself and Chrome, and they don't get no views. It's kind of sad, or like Jimmy and Natalie, they're just starting out, but they got unbelievable videos. And they don't go anywhere because YouTube won't pick them up. They'll pick up the drama stuff,
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I don't know what the hell we're talking about YouTube for. It's not a YouTube thing.
It doesn't matter. Whatever we want to talk about.
How the hell do we get on YouTube? But anyway.
I don't know.
But yeah. And that's why I haven't been doing much, because one thing is that when I go in and fix something, like, you're like when I was working on your trailer, I go in, I do it, boom, dang, it's done. Now, if you go and video it, you just added hours to it, really, is what you've done. And
oh, yeah.
And like a lot of people say, well, show us what you're doing. And I say, I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that stuff. Because one thing is that, you watch a couple videos and, you just sit there and you think what the reality is of it, because like there's South Auto, he's got one, and he's got close to 750,000 subscribers, right? And he'll do that. He'll put the camera up and he'll be talking to you all the time, and you're just filming the hood or something, right? While he's doing something else. Well, I don't see no good in that, but that's what they do. And that's, it's a lot of stuff like that I don't know. I just got discouraged with it, and I just pulled out of it. That's what I did. So, but I still back a ton of channels. Like,
right. Well, you know what? I watch a lot of people's channels that I travel with. A lot of my friend nomads that I know, I would watch their channels, but many of them don't watch my channel back. And if they do, they surely don't tell me or comment.
No, that's the funny part about it is that you get on this, like, if the people that think they would know the YouTubers by watching them, it's a whole different ballgame. And they'll go on there and they'll see a channel and just love that channel, and they'll talk about it and everything, right? Well, you go talk to that person. Like I know, I'm not going to say names. I know a couple of buddies of mine that are got YouTube channels, and they do not watch any of the channels, Nomad channels, not one. They'll watch something else, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of them.
And you know what? I gotta say, I watch Dan Van, and Dan Van watches my channel.
Yeah.
I watch Frugal RV Gal, and Frugal
Yeah.
RVO. She watches my channel, and same
Yeah.
thing with C Dub's Journey. I watch her, and she watches my channel. And there are a few other people. I watch Badge. Badge watches my channel. You
Yeah.
know, but there's other
We
people that never watch my channel, or else. But I watch their channel, and it's like somebody was saying the other day that they need. Oh, I will. Yeah, but I watch that person's channel, because they need to have so many hours of you watching in order to get monetized.
Yeah. I think I went through and cleaned out a whole bunch of channels the other day. But on any given day, we're probably watching about 150 channels. Not, because they only put out once a week or once every 2 weeks or something like that. But, they just, well, that was the other thing, clickbait. It's all come down to clickbait now. Like everybody says it's got to do with the fingernail or the thumbnail and the description, right? And it's got nothing to do with that at all. It's all clickbait. Totally clickbait. That's all it is. And a
then
lot
if
of
you
them
do clickbait, they give you a hard time about your clickbait.
Yeah, like some of them are, I don't even know the names of them, but you'll get on the channel and they'll say, "Oh, I went and I owe a ton of money," and then they'll go and do the video and have nothing to do with that at all.
Well,
Like one guy,
what that one guy was always doing.
yeah, that one guy, yeah, I know which one
I
you're. The guy
forgot
out
what
of
his
Florida,
name.
but
And he's all of a sudden he went to got all these all these subscribers and views and everything. I'm like, everything he says is not true. I mean,
no,
I got arrested. My wife's leaving me.
yeah,
We've
yeah,
never,
yeah,
we've never
yeah.
even
It's the
seen
same
his
one.
wife. We've
Yeah.
never even seen his wife. And I think her name is Carolyn. It ain't me, you guys. But
But
it's fun.
that's what it's come down to. That YouTube's come down to that, and that's what people want to watch. Like, and the other one is tours, like trailer tours. People are nosy. That's the problem.
You know what? I used to do a lot of tour when I first started. I used to do a lot of tours because I was at the
Yeah,
RTR or whatever. And yes, I did get a lot of views on all those. But you know what? The
yeah,
RTR isn't what it used to be, and I don't do those tours anymore. And it's not even held in a place. And didn't go this year, but they don't even hold it in a place anymore where you're all in one place to do tours.
yeah.
Everybody's scattered out all over the place because everybody is not in a common place camping like they
Yeah.
used to. Now the
But
van build, we haven't had a van build in over 2 years either.
yeah, with that, all you have to do is listen to Blind Views over that one. He's right. They going on about the van build, and well, they had a van build. It was down in what's his name? Tile did one, but
Van
it
aid,
wasn't.
van aid.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't exact. It wasn't a van build, but that's the thing. Like, oh, it's just what the hell we get on this for, Carol?
Okay, so
But
Adventures in Xanadu, the best clickbait thumbnail is a bikini picture.
yeah.
So that's something to think about, Badge.
Oh,
Maybe you wear a Speedo. That's what
no.
it's. No.
I can do it. I got friends in high places that can show me how to do all that stuff, but I just, I just, I don't know. I can't do it. I think it's, if you deceive somebody, I don't know what the gain is, but you take there's a lot of channels out there with and making lots of money, and that's all they do. But, I don't know.
Well, I just like to tell it as it is, what I'm doing, how I'm traveling. I mean,
Exactly.
you know, if something big happens, I mean, okay, so when was it clickbait when I said Joey and I were, we're gonna, we shared a cold one?
Yeah.
It was kind of clickbait, but it was true. I mean, we did share a cold one, but it was in
Yeah.
pictures,
Yeah.
and which is I'm exciting. I'm hoping. Hey, there's Billy Strong,
Oh, Billy.
badge and a
Oh,
speedo.
Billy.
What the heck did I
I
walk into? Badge and a speedo.
no. There's laws against that. So
Billy, we were talking about. I wonder why you didn't turn up blue because you're one of my
I can't
moderators.
see.
Is he blue on yours?
Huh? Well, because she gave it to me on the phone, so I can't get off loud.
What?
I can't see the comments either because
Oh,
I'm
you can't see the
streaming.
comments.
No, I can't see this, and the screen's frozen. I got to
Why?
remember how I got the screen unfrozen the last time. But
Oh,
like
is
you're,
it because I texted it to
no, I
you?
know that's why I got to watch that I don't stick my tongue out and pick my nose.
Is that because I sent it to you with
Tell
the
me, I
text?
can't see.
Should I email it next time?
Oh, there it goes. It's all back live again. There. How's that, Al? There we
Okay.
go. I see
Can
it
you
now. Okay.
can you see
No,
the
but that's the
comment?
thing about it's just
Oh, good, Billy. It's you're not blue on mine because I'm on StreamYard.
yeah.
Billy is
Hey Billy,
strong.
guess what? We got a smoker going. And I got some bacon. We got a pork belly going. And we used Kent Rowland's recipe for it. We're
Hi,
smoking
Michelle.
bacon now. We're
Hi,
smoking
Michelle
bacon.
too that joined us, and Craig says, "See, Billy's one of my moderators, and I on StreamYard he doesn't show up with a blue, in blue with a wrench,
Yeah.
but I guess he does on everybody else is saying he's blue on theirs. So
I don't need no I got lots of stinking wrenches. I don't need one.
you don't need no stinking wrenches.
No, no stinking badgers. Yeah. But
Huh. Billy, what are you doing? Billy did a live the other night talking about
yeah, I know
Rhonda,
I was talking to him. It's kind of yeah, him
and
and
I had to
Rhonda.
watch the rerun because I missed it.
Yeah.
So
Billy's a good that's good. Like I'm not a real cast iron guy, but if you're a cast iron guy, that's the guys you want to watch, like the Billies, like the Strong Adventures and the Papa Texas and all them. It's pretty cool. Like I make a lot of Papa Texas stuff and Billy stuff, eh? And it's in my cookbook, right? My cookbook that I got 100 and some recipes and not one of them's mine. Yeah,
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 I loved it. Well, I learned how to do. He cleaned my cast iron pan at that Lollapalooza, not this last one, with the one before. He showed me how to season it and
yeah,
clean. And
yeah,
I make my keto bread in my cast iron Dutch oven.
yeah. No, there's a lot of things like some of them channels out there are just like you see the video and you're thinking like, and these people can't get no views. Wow, it just blows me away. It just blows me away.
Well, yeah, there's sometimes you look at some people who start a new channel and within the first week they get like they got 90,000 subs. It's like
Yeah,
how does that happen? I mean, well, I'll tell you what the thing of I think it is one, um, I think the audience really likes to look at younger people,
yeah,
as opposed to us older middle-aged people.
yeah. But that's the problem. Where they want younger looking people, but they're not smart like we are. That's the problem.
But, so it is like my one friend, she got 100,000 viewers already, and she's a young woman who is making her way in Nashville as a singer. And
Yeah,
actually, I met her parents because I stayed at their house the first year I went to the Kentucky Derby. They were Boondockers Welcome. So I stayed at
yeah,
their house and then drove to over the border. they were like right on the edge of the state. So I would stay in Indiana and then I drove to Kentucky for the Derby. And it was only like a 25-minute drive.
You bring that up. That always mystifies me. Or I always wonder about that. What
What
in the hell is a little girl out of Chicago wrapped up in the Kentucky Derby? What the hell is it about it that makes it want to
I love
watch it?
I love horses. I like horse racing. We have horse racing. We used to have. I grew up with a racetrack right here by my house in Illinois.
Oh,
We had a racetrack, but it was buggies. It wasn't the flats.
yeah,
Um, we had horse and buggy, single shelf, sulky, double sulky, double shaft, single shaft. I mean,
yeah.
and then they have there was Arlington Park racetrack, which is like the regular horses, without the
Mhm.
buggies. But I do like the buggies. Um, but you don't see too many of those buggy races anymore, you know.
No, I just because I know you go every year, and I'm thinking, what the hell makes her go to that?
Well,
Like,
I didn't. Well, it is like it's one of the best. It's like a big deal, the Kentucky Derby.
yeah,
Although, women are wearing the hats. It's a girly thing too. The hats and the dresses and but I go by myself. So,
yeah.
but I've been pretty fortunate both years I've gone. I've only gone 2 years. I went one
Oh,
year and
okay.
I didn't go the next, but then I went the next because they didn't.
Yeah,
Well, they didn't have it the next year because of COVID.
yeah.
Uh, they didn't have
Hmm.
it, but I enjoy it. It's fun to look at all the people, the way they dress and the hats and the guys, how they get decked out and wear weird outfits and they're
Yeah,
18 years old and up, you know?
yeah. I just wonder. I've never been to one. Because the only thing, every time I remember the Kentucky Derby, I'm always looking at the ticket to see if I got my number or not, right? So,
Thanks, Bobby. Bobby says that my videos have a content because they have a beginning and they have a middle and they have an end. It's not just a
yeah,
bunch of stuff. There's something to them. But
yeah.
that's nice. I appreciate that. Joan, hey Joan, thanks for joining us. Joan is saying that she likes watching people who are seasoned, like you and me, I guess. But I'm not that seasoned. I'm just old. I started late,
We're
but
just, we're just old
I
and
was
miserable.
I've just been fortunate to learn a lot of RV stuff from my sister's husband and my sister because they've been RVing, ever since they were kids, you know, and I've camped for a lot of time for many years, but I've never owned my own RV, whereas my sister has. So when I got my RV, my sister and her husband taught me a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
until I started the people that I've met, like yourself, and that I could just call up in a whim, and ask
It's kind
questions
of
and
funny, because what the hell I've been at this now? 35 years? I think it's, well, 1994 I started full time, 1994. And the funny part about it was that you don't really think of it as nomad or none of that. You just feel it was just a place to live that was cheap, right? That's the way I did it. And now we just do it now. So, oh, we bought the house this year, but we're not gonna. We got a friend that's gonna stay in the house for us, so we just bought the house so we don't have to pay income tax on the money. That's all.
well, that'd be good that you'll be able to rent out the house, and
Yeah,
still go travel. See,
yeah,
originally I really was into the tiny house movement and I wanted to have a tiny
yeah,
house, but then I thought to myself, okay, what are you doing? I had
yeah,
a I had a place in Tennessee on a mountain. I had a condo on a mountain and I loved it there. But then it was like, well, you got to go there all the time
yeah,
because you're paying for that place. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You're paying association fees or this or that. Yeah. Well, what if you want to go over here? Well, you can't go over there because you got a place over here that you got to go to because that's what you're paying for. You got to
Well, that's
pay
the
extra
thing,
to go someplace else. So I thought
and
if I
that's
have
the
an RV,
thing. Like
go anywhere.
we talked blind views about it for a long time, but it's the thing about it is that people don't know that hooking onto your trailer and pulling it down the road, you don't have to put up with that asshole neighbor anymore. And that's the thing about it. Like we know and it's funny, and this is how funny it is because we moved here in October, right? And if I went to Arizona, I would know everybody that was up and down Squatterville Road, right? And I've been here since October, and I don't even know one person in the in our area, like across the street, because people just don't. They don't like the nomads do, right? It's a whole
Well,
different
it's funny.
ball of
It's
wax.
well, it's funny because a lot of people don't talk to their neighbors anymore. Like when I was growing up, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, we knew
Yeah.
all our neighbors. My brother and I could name you everybody who lived in every house from one corner, both sides of the street, all the way down to the other end of the street. We could tell you everybody that lived in every single house and who moved out and who moved in. This
That's
is my
because you're
brother.
a police officer.
No, this is before I was a cop. I mean, this is because we had the best street in town. Everybody had kids. We all ran out and ran through the mosquito truck spray. My dad would bring home hot dog. He worked second shift. He'd bring home hot dogs at 1 o'clock in the morning for the whole neighborhood on Friday and Saturday nights. Friday night when he worked second shift from the hot dog place, or somebody would run to White Castles and take them home sacks and bring them to everybody. One person would drive and get it. We had the milkman, we had the bread man, we had the fruit man who's come, and the knife sharpening guy on a little bicycle who'd sharpen your knives, and the ice cream truck. So the neighbors would gather around those little things. We had Kool-Aid stands and puppet shows where, my mother would make popcorn and Kool-Aid for the kids.
They don't do none of that anymore.
No, they don't. But you know what? I'll tell you, I was just at this RV park and these little kids, they made $100 in one day selling Kool-Aid, lemonade.
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I should do that.
I know.
$100 a day?
Yeah. $100 a day.
Can't do that on BLM.
No, it's just we got almost everything done in the house, so we just got to put the heater in now, and it'll be done. So we're not shoveling snow this winter.
You're not going to shovel snow? Neither am I.
No.
So is Elle there? Hi, Elle. Is she in the other room?
Yeah, Elle. Did she give you a comment? Yeah, she's on her phone.
Oh, she's on her phone?
Yeah.
Oh, is she writing on the comments?
No, she's got her own phone. She's got her phone she's on.
Oh, okay.
She'll watch on her.
Somebody said something they were saying that they love badge, everybody needs one. That's right, Elle. Something.
Yeah. Oh, it's so hard, being back here for the winter because all the people are down in the desert there and everything's breaking down and nobody's fixing this stuff, and it makes you feel bad, but there's not much you can do about it. But we made a commitment to stay back for a year, so it's been 2 years now. But yeah, we'll make up for it.
Yeah, well, you'll be back out there with us pretty soon.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't even stay in Arizona I leave in December, 1st of December, and I come back.
Yeah.
That's
what we're talking about. We're talking about, I'm not too fussy about Florida, but I'm not a humidity person, right? But we were talking about Texas, but we're
it's
just wondering if it's,
it's humid there.
Yeah.
Texas.
But I don't know. It's just, the problem is, and you've been there, is that Arizona is really comfortable. That's the thing about it. Because it's just the same as Chicago in the wintertime. It's the same basic temperature, like, especially for us, like in Arizona and Alberta, it's almost the same. So we do 6 months here and 6 months in Arizona. So it's like living the whole at 70 degrees all year round, basically. So it's not
Well,
pretty
but
good.
Arizona, they've all been wearing coats every January and February.
Yeah, that's because they're not Canadian.
And well, it's cold there. It hasn't even been, it's only been like
I know it
60.
was really cold there this year, though.
And
Like really
last year.
cold.
And that's why I
Yeah.
went to Florida. I said I wasn't going to sit in Arizona with a coat on in the desert.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have
But
to go
I
to
don't know.
Mexico. I'd have to go to Mexico every day because I
Yeah.
need the sun.
Well, that's why
Yeah,
everybody goes to Yuma because it's warmer than Quartzsite.
but I
Everybody
went to
says I'm crazy,
I went
but
to
it is
Yuma.
about five
Yeah, I went
five
to Yuma.
degrees warmer.
It was nice,
Yeah.
but it was still cold in January
It
and
wasn't
February.
warm. I noticed that. Our friend Gina Burkowski was down. She was in Squatterville, and we talked to her every couple of days while then Paula was down there, and it's like it was like hovering around 34, 35. That's not very warm down there. So.
I know. But these last week and a half, 2 weeks, it's been nice and warm during the day, and the nights have been cool in Florida.
Yeah.
But now I'm in Georgia, and it's cool too.
See, that's the problem we're getting. We're getting all these friends, so now we got a whole bunch of friends in Florida. So I think we'll eventually. They want to go to the Drag Racing Hall of Fame or the Drag Racing Museum in Ocala. That's what I want to do. So I don't know if we'll do it this year. The gas is really expensive, and I don't know if I can put 30,000 miles on my truck without Al beating me with a big stick or something. So, because
Let's see
it'd be
what
about 30.
Kim check was. You got a break, and D broke down and took that Lincoln to Q Town to get fixed. All it needs was balls and strut. Sounds like,
Who?
but I bet she will say ouch for the bill. Did you hear that?
D.
D?
Oh, Fox Fan D?
Yeah.
Broke down.
Or
And she had to take the Lincoln to Q Town to get it fixed.
Yeah, I need a ball joint or something.
Struts and
Yeah.
ball joints and struts, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it needed.
A ball joint?
Yeah.
I guess.
Bonus.
Ball joints and struts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many $1,000?
Childhood. Hello. Hello to you in Louisiana from myself and Badge. Living Second Childhood said hello.
Second childhood? I haven't talked to him for a long time.
Second childhood?
But yeah, so that's what our plan is. So we're going to see how it goes. So.
Well, I can't wait to see you.
I know. I can't wait to see you either. Because last time we talked, you know what happened.
Xanadu will be back in Michigan in June.
We'll probably see Xanadu in June then.
Maybe. Better come.
Yeah. What we're planning on doing is leaving here in May and going to New York State. But we're going to go down through the states. So we're going to take 80, probably 80, all 94 and 80. We'll go 94 down to, I don't like the interstates, but I usually take 2. But I'll find, what the hell is that number? 50? No. I'll have to look again. 50 or 54. That goes east to west.
You're not going to take that toll road?
Oh, see, I I can make Chicago in 27 hours from Alberta. No problem at all. If I go down through by Paula, down to Weyburn, and down through North Portal, and then down through Minot, Fargo, and then hit 94 and go right through Chicago, and then pick up 80, 90 and start from them.
You take 90 across to Arizona?
No, to New York.
Oh, I mean after you're coming from New York.
Yeah. because we got to be back in August for the doctor's appointment, so we got to do that.
Isn't there there's a crossover in Michigan, isn't there? Or in
Yeah. I got a sister that lives in Ontario. Yeah.
Ontario, Canada, or Ontario, Michigan?
Ontario, Canada.
That's just right over the border from Michigan, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a good drive. I like driving that route down through there. It's really cool because we used to go to Elkhart picking up trailers, right, and bring them back.
Oh, Elkhart, Indiana, yeah.
Yeah.
We went to that RV museum there.
Yeah.
They let you stay overnight.
Yeah.
In their boondock in their parking lot.
I've been by that thing 100 times and never went in it. I said, what the hell? I said to my boss, what the hell is that? Oh, that's the RV museum. They're just building it. That's when they were just building it, right?
But yeah, I didn't know they let you stay there overnight for a couple of days for free.
Yeah.
As long as you're going in the museum, though. I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice here. I don't know. Like, you get down around Wisconsin and that. It's pretty nice down there. Like down through there, Hudson, and down through to Chicago, and what the hell is the name of that little town? That Rockford, down through Rockford.
Yeah.
Rockford, Illinois. Then you get on 80-90, then take it across.
And you know what? Missouri's got a lot of free recreational areas to camp.
Oh yeah. Go to Texas has got a lot too.
Texas has a lot.
Yeah. Texas has got almost every town's got a campground that you can stay for one night. You just keep moving. Yeah.
I seen it one down way down south near Winnie. Yeah. And then she goes, how many nights you want to stay? And it was right where they have the rice festival there. And they had horses and some people riding their horses through there and everything. She goes, how many nights do you want to stay? She would let me stay as long as I wanted to.
We went into Dumas, Texas, where we were going down to Lollapalooza. And
I think I stayed there too.
And we get into Dumas, Texas, and there's a campground in town. Just stay there. It was on a free campsite. So we get there, and it's got 50 amp service, water, sewer, and paved parking. And you pay paved, right? And you're allowed one free night. And loaded. Powers, washrooms, everything there. Showers, everything. It was pretty cool.
I stayed at with full hookup, water, sewer, and power right behind RV Deb's house.
Yeah.
When she lived with her friends, there's a community park there, and I stayed.
Yeah. That's in Dumas, Texas.
Oh, I don't know. Is that Dumas? No, I think this is a different place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we went in Dumas. It was pretty cool.
There's a couple of community parks where RV Debs was living. More than one.
Oh, Jenkins.
There's all over Texas. There was a lot of places.
Yeah, there's free ones. Like we watched Brian from Adventure Van Man, and he was going across Texas about 4 years ago, and there's free campsites everywhere. And like you come through this big cotton field, and there was it's not a real marked camp. It's just like a parking spot, but it had sewer, water, and power, free. You get to stay for fucking, what is it, 3 nights? I think it was.
Yeah, usually it's 3 nights free. But you could stay indefinitely for $10 on Crystal Beach on the Boulevard Peninsula, Texas. You could stay on the beach. You only pay $10 for a permit, and that permit's good for a year. There are people that stay there for months at a time, but you got to make sure you got to get off the beach so you don't get in the ocean when you sink in the sand. You know? Well,
You're lucky, Xanadu, because Al gave me the comment, and we will take you up on that one. I guarantee you. We might leave you a 36-foot trailer and take your take the bunkie, but we'll still be there though. They got a 21. That's an inside joke because we used to have a 21 DS. Well, that short trailer we used to have, and we sold our BOB, and then they got a 21 DS, but they got the one that we wanted with the Murphy bed. Holy jeez, we've been on here for 2 hours. Holy
We've been
smoke!
on for 2 hours. I've been on for almost 2 hours.
I know. It's amazing what happens when you have so much fun, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were not. Most of it's been with you being on. I don't.
Well,
The time went by really fast.
Accidents do happen. You see.
Well, I knew that if you came on that, I didn't know if anybody else knew how to come on, if they've done the StreamYard before, where they've joined, in on a
StreamYard. Almost everybody uses StreamYard now.
I forgot I could put up the comments.
Oh yeah, Captain Jack. I got to see Captain Jack too. Where's he? In Sparta, Michigan. I've been through there 1,000 times.
I forgot I could do this.
Yeah.
I usually put the comments up so that you could read them.
Yeah.
So everybody.
That's the only problem with being on StreamYard. I can't see the comment. That's all.
You can see it now, though, right?
Yeah, that's the only way I can see him.
Yeah, that's why I said I totally forgot that I could do that.
I had a funny joke just before we go for Xanadu and Captain Jack. We're coming through from we take Highway 2, which goes right along the northern states, right? And it comes through on the Panhandle, and then you come down into Michigan. So we get off the Mackinac Bridge, and there's a rest stop. So of course, rest stop's a rest stop, right? So I pull it in, slides out and everything, go and have a shower, get ready for bed. I go take Patch for a walk, and here's a great big sign: no overnight camping. So we had to pack up the trailer and go down the road a little ways. It was at 10 o'clock at night. It was kind of funny. I was gonna stay, but
I don't go over the Mackinac Bridge.
Why?
Oh no, I'm
like it's almost worth the trip to Michigan just to go over the Mackinac Bridge.
It's
just
scary.
To go over the Mackinac Bridge. So when you're talking like that, this is 1976, and my ex-wife, her sister, we're going to New Brunswick, so we always go down through the states to New Brunswick. So I'm going over the Mackinac Bridge. She says, how long is this going to take? I says, well, it's 5 miles. It's going to take quite a while because you can only do 35, I think, across it. And here she's petrified, like totally petrified of bridges. I look back and her knuckles are just white, white.
Knuckles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't do the bridges, and not the Mackinac.
But like you're driving along and especially if you're a boondocker, you always look for the boondocker spot, and they got some killer national forest campgrounds in northern Michigan, Chippewa, and
over by the. I got the permit last year. I bought the permit for the Michigan.
We pulled in this one. It's in the fall, right? Because we're going down to Ontario. So this is like September, first week in October. And we pull in these campgrounds and there's nobody there. Like nobody. Like Chippewa. There's 2 Indian names, Chippewa and something else. Nipawin or something. But yeah, they're gorgeous campsites. Like really unbelievable. So
look who's here.
Yeah. Papa, Texas.
Papa
Texas. Hey, Papa, Texas.
Thanks for joining us.
But yeah.
Hello.
But okay. I guess we said our share for the night.
Dawn freaking out on the Mackinac Bridge. Well, I'd be freaking out on the Mackinac Bridge for sure because
I think it's a gorgeous place, though. I love the Mackinac Bridge. I think it's so cool. You know, the other one I want to go on is that one that you won't go on, and the one down in the Keys.
Oh no, I do the 7 Mile Bridge. I won't go on the one
Oh
in
yeah, I'd love
the
that.
one to St.
I
Pete's.
would like to go on that one.
I won't go on the Sky Bridge, the one that goes to St. Petersburg.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the Sky Bridge. It's not in the Keys.
Yeah.
It's in St. Pete's.
What's the one Schwarzenegger flew down?
Oh, it must. I don't know. That must be the Skyway. I don't know.
I thought that was down there, but
I
yeah,
don't know. The
that's
one
the
in the
one.
Keys.
The one going down to the Keys.
Well, the one going down to the Keys, the 7 Mile Bridge, is no biggie. It's just that it's long, but it's even flat. It's 2 lanes. You know, it's not a big deal. It's not a high bridge.
No,
at
there's
all.
water on both sides.
Yeah, but it's not high. I mind the ones that
Oh.
get me, ones that go up and down. To me, I feel like I'm on a roller coaster when I go on the Skyway. Yeah,
So
and
the
I
Mackinac must
saw
drive
that
me nuts.
I stood right there at the Mackinac, foot of the Mackinac, watching the trucks going 20 miles an hour over that thing because they were doing construction and they couldn't go any faster. And if it gets windy, like the St. Pete's Bridge, they close it down.
I know. It's
They get
nasty, but it's
tell me if
cool
they,
though.
and one side of the bridge, you could see through it, and it makes that
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah.
Danny would go crazy. I couldn't handle her. I'd have to put her in a cage. She'd be
I love
freaking
it.
out.
I think it's a cool bridge myself. I love it.
I couldn't do it. Somebody, I forget who it was. Somebody said, "Well, I can drive it over for you." I says, "You don't understand it. It's got nothing to do with who's driving. I can't go over the
Yeah.
bridge. If you drive it, no good if you're going to drive it over without me in it, because I won't be in the car."
Yeah, but if you don't drive over it, it's a long way around.
I always take the long way. If I'm going to go to the UP, I go up Wisconsin. If
Yeah,
I want
that's
to go
another one that I like to take because every time you Google it, it'll take you across the ferry across from Michigan to Michigan City, I think, or not Michigan City, but across
You
Lake
can
Michigan. Huh?
if you well, if you want to go to if you want to go to the UP, you just go up Wisconsin. If you want to go to Traverse City, Michigan, you go up the mountain side. But either way, you can't get to Mackinac Island unless you take the ferry. So it doesn't matter. You can't take the bridge to go to Mackinac Island. That's
No,
irrelevant.
no.
You got to
No,
either on a ferry in the UP to go to Mac
I'm talking
Island.
about coming from the west. You go down 94, and when you get into Milwaukee or something, they put you through a town which has got a ferry that goes across to the other side of Lake Michigan, and you
Oh, you
cut
could,
off
yeah,
about,
there's a place you could do that, yeah.
I forget what the name of it is now, but it just waves it up. The price of the ferry and the price of the gas is almost the same. So it's just that you save an hour, I think. Huh?
Yeah, you save time.
You save time. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I would just go up the Wisconsin side up to the UP and then park at St. Ignace or whatever they call it. That's on the UP side. You park there
Yeah.
and then just take the ferry over to the island.
Yeah.
Hey, Faye, thanks for joining us.
That's a badger, a boat. Yeah,
Remember.
that's
Yeah,
it.
that's the
Yeah,
one.
badger the boat. Yeah, that's
the
it.
one.
That's the one.
Badger the boat.
Yeah, yeah, you save a whole slick of time on it. Yeah, it's supposed to be really nice. It's an older boat, but it's supposed to be really nice.
Oh, that's going from the Wisconsin to Michigan.
Yeah,
Or vice
Ludington,
versa.
Michigan to Wisconsin. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I always wanted to take that one, but took lots of time, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's let's see what
Kick the
Papa has
daylights out of 2 hours. There we go. 2 hours right on. We're out of here.
Yep, we've been on for 2 hours, folks. So I think it's time to say goodnight. It's like, what time is it?
Well, it's what? 11, well, it's 1 o'clock there, right?
It's 117.
Yeah, 117. Yeah. Yeah.
117.
Okay.
Well,
This was a blast. This is something
Huh?
I didn't expect.
I know. I didn't expect it either that I would end up being able to have you as my guest up here. Good night, Michelle. Good night, living second childhood. He still has his parachute. They still have their parachute.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks,
He's right close to Badger. I know exactly where Captain is. Sparta. I've been there before.
No, Xanadu.
Thanks.
Oh, Xanadu's at Badger.
Oh, yeah. Xanadu says she's.
It don't matter.
You know,
I'll get into Michigan. I'll hunt that 21 DS down like a dog.
Good night, Papa. Papa says the good night badge.
Good night. It's been a pleasure. It's been a riot. Next time we do it in person, that's all.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably do this again before we get to do it in person. I
don't know. We'll see. I think we'll probably do it in person next time.
Hopefully. Okay, everybody. So
I was working on the trailer today. Yep, got the battery in it. We got the new steps on. Got the new mattress in. Oh yeah, we're getting ready.
Ready to go? Oh goodness!
We're getting ready for the road.
I'm getting ready to go.
Okay, kiddo.
Thank you, Badge and Elle, for joining us.
Oh, it was a blast.
I'm glad. That was fun. Hey, everybody.
Yeah,
thanks
it was
for
a lot of fun.
And joining us in our live stream.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun.
Don't forget. Oh, you know what? Before we go, I went ahead and did I'm going to do that membership thing like Blind Views does. That
membership thing? Yeah.
On YouTube. So if anybody's interested, all you got to do is click the join button and check it out. If not, that's okay too. Just thought I'll try.
It's a good thing. Because the good thing about it with the membership thing is that you become a member, then it automatically, every time you put a video up or say boo, they'll hear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the good part about it.
So we'll see how it goes.
Even if you subscribe, it doesn't mean it's going to say, hey, Carol's putting a video up. 90% of the time it don't do it. But if you're a subscriber, it does. So.
Yeah.
But what the hell do I know?
You know a lot.
It's a pleasure. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Okay.
Sweet dreams.
Bye.